Morning everyone, we are doing something very exciting today. I am finally putting door cards on my S13. So I haven't been able to go on GP or like the big track at my local track for ever because I don't have door cards, and apparently it's some kind of safety requirement. Granted, it looks bad, but I actually need them in order to just drive and go on a lot of tracks. So I have a absolutely giant piece of 1mm thick aluminium that I am going to try and bend to shape and get it to fit. Now, I haven't watched any videos on YouTube about this, which I definitely should have. So it's gonna be like adult arts and craft today, apart from we're not making little paper sculptures, we're making door cards for a drift car. I'm excited. Oh, I got new switches too. I feel very lucky that I still have electronic switches for my windows, so I'm gonna keep them but wire in a bit nicer ones. So plan is to get some arts paper and make the shape of what I want, so then I can cut it out on my piece of aluminium, and then I will put a different switch in here because right now my windows, instead of going up and down, it's side to side, which is a bit odd for everyone who gets in the car, and then figure out what I'm going to do with my door latch because I don't think most people keep them. So I'll see what I can do. When I'm done it all, I'm going to put a black vinyl over it so it'll look clean and tidy, so it'll be good. And it's like my first proper modification to the interior of the car, which is awesome. Apart from my chair, it'll look heaps better. I'm going to do the switch first just so I can properly mark everything out. Now, I did go down to J-Car and get some switches. It'll hopefully be quite a lot better, but they do need to be rewired, so today can be another test of how bad is my wiring. That is janky, like that looks janky. I mean, it works for them, or it worked for them. This is good news though, because even though it looks janky, this should be really easy to change out. Alright, this is very roughly on. So I think I'm just going to start cutting it down so that it is somewhat to shape of what it needs to look like. And then I just have to figure out where to put my new little switch in there. I think I should line it up with the door handle, which is just there. And it'll look pretty good. If this actually works, I'm going to be incredibly proud of myself. I have plans. Grand plans, some would say. I'm just taping the bottom of the paper to my door seal, so instead of having to cut out a whole bunch while it's actually on the door, I'll be able to outline it in like electrical tape or masking tape and then cut it while it's off the door, so I'm getting precise and nicer cuts. And it'll also be a little bit thicker, so when I go to outline it on the aluminium, it'll be a bit better. If anyone can't tell, I have absolutely no idea. I do think I kind of just want to try and aim for a straight line across the bottom. I don't think it should have any effects on the door cards, on the doors actually closing, because it's a really thin piece and it just goes straight up, but we shall see. Look what I found. That fits on there, which is awesome. Alright, my not so ingenious plan is to just cut this off. I'm just going to put it on the bench and cut this down to size, and then I will hold it up to this again, do the sticky and see how it's looking, but not looking too bad. Not the worst. We're doing good. There we go. I don't think that's looking too bad. Cool. Look it. That looks like a door card. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm quite chuffed with that. Right, I'm going to just put some more tape on the back, and then I'll put it on for another test fit, and then make all these edges really nice and cut them down to probably the inside of the black tape. But it's coming together. Hell yeah. Okay, I've got my template cut out on here for my door card, my passenger side door card. I actually think this is going to come out pretty good. I'm just extending the top one to give myself a little bit of extra wiggle room. But other than that, I think the template came out pretty well. So hopefully this actually does too. I went to Spotlight just then and got some just faux suede. So I can just put some Gorilla Glue spray, like vinyl fabric spray on there, and then put the fabric down, and hopefully it'll look pretty gangster. Fingers crossed. But now I get to use a jigsaw for the first time, and am I a little bit concerned? A little bit. Ready? That looks really awesome. This is my door card. Gangsta. I just used the saw to cut out the hole for the door latch, and then I just used a Dremel to go pretty much around the outside until I could just get it to fit, because I don't want it to get stuck or like take out too much and then you're kind of screwed. And we're back with another episode of I Try and Make Door Cards. It's been a whole week since I have continued on with this project, and if I sound sick, it's because I was. Now, gone and done a little bit of a different approach. I went down to Raceworks and got some thicker cardboard. I was finding that with the paper, it was a little bit too thin for me to be able to actually properly lay it out where it needs to be. Figured out exactly the size of this, figured out where the fold needs to go, so I can just take the piece of aluminium to work where I've got a metal bender. So I've got this, I've cut out the hole for the door latch, so I am slightly concerned that it's going to be a bit wonky, but I'm just going to put that in here, try and make it the same as that, cut it out, cut another one out because it's exactly the same, just flipped. And then I should be pretty much on the way to finishing it, and I'm keen. I think it's gonna look really good. Hell yeah. This is how we're looking at the moment. I've cut this in. It's not exactly big enough, but pretty much there, just so I can see where on the template it needs to go. This folds down like this and shouldn't impede my window. So now, because I've cut the hole in the door card, I essentially need to just center it off that and see what I need to take off of the aluminium one, and then go from there. Okay, update. I'm gonna start again because it didn't line up perfectly. I didn't waste a lot of metal. This whole sheet was $100, so wasted like 20 bucks worth of metal. Not the end of the world. Learning from mistakes. It's arts and craft. You never get it right the first time. But I am going to cut out from the big sheet. So I'm going to take this template off now, and then I will be able to just straighten out some of the lines that are a bit goofed, and then go ham with the jigsaw again. How exciting! Who doesn't love cutting out metal? Yeah! I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see what you're seeing, but progress has been made.
A lot of progress. The template's pretty much done. I'm using a chisel to just boink in the places for the switches, for the things, for the lights. I just need to cut out this little section here of the door because the back of the switch needs to go in there. But other than that, I'm almost ready to bend it, and that's pretty much done. Okay, this is my Works giant metal bender. You don't need one of these at all, but this is what I've got to work with. So, lock it in place. Right. And now we're going to do the big squat. Okay, walk. Oh my god! That's so awesome! Yeah. Oh my god. Really chuffed with this. Oh, I haven't even shown you guys the... So that was just with the chisel by my little switch. Jeez! Very exciting. The door cards are officially done. I need to just spray, I've got this Gorilla spray. Just gonna spray both sides, lay everything down, kind of stretch it out, and then I will do the moving around after, so at least everything on the surface will be like bonded and stuck. And then it's pretty much just fitting them, which is so exciting. Like everything else is done. I'm so stoked. I bet exactly what it's gonna do. Look how good this looks. Like this fits in here perfectly. This is the final product. They're so nice. I'm really stoked with how they came out. As you guys would have seen in that last clip, it was kind of just a case of bending. The back of them are not pretty. It's kind of just a case of bending the material around it and stretching it to fit and using a lot of that glue. And then now just need to wire those switches back in and just actually fit them. But I'll show you guys how it looks once it's fitted. Awesome. This is really cool. And they're really light too, so I got a race car. Let's install one of these bad boys. Okay everyone, we are officially done with my door cards. I'm so happy. They look amazing. I will show you the final result. Ready? Oh wow. Isn't she pretty? How awesome does that look? I'll do a thing, cool thing, I'm doing the thing. And we go. Oh yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had such a good time doing these door cards. Really fun. I feel very accomplished that I've like done this thing on my car and it's a little bit custom and a little bit me. So yeah, I'm really happy with myself. I'll leave the links to the products that I used in the description. I've already had a few people ask. I did hear one person say that the adhesive glue that I used wasn't awesome for hot conditions. In Australia it gets very warm, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But for anyone who wants to try it in the meantime, use the same stuff as me. I will link it below. But oh, awesome. I'll see you guys next week. Very exciting video. My first ever Matsuri, so wow. But I will see you guys then.